winds are picking up, it's getting cold, and the leaves are falling off the trees. I think it's time to go south.
You jumped out of my dreams, pretty eyes so wise and pristine. I couldn't ask for more than the day you came to my door. Open eyes cause I couldn't believe that you were right in front of me. Feeling pushed right through my heart, fireworks lit right from the start. Got me on cloud nine.
Alright everyone, it is Friday, September 23rd. It is a very cold, for this time of year, and blustery day. The winds are howling like crazy. And it is currently 51 degrees outside. It was a low in the low 40s last night. Michelle and I are leaving our friend's house. We are heading south on the first leg of our journey. I'm going up to Pennsylvania to pick up the trailer, and then we're going to be hitting the road to move to Florida, finally. I wanted to thank our friend Mary and her kids for putting up with us for the past 5 months. Didn't think it was going to be this long, but unfortunately it was for everyone. But anyway, they were a gracious host. Thank you so much for putting up with us, particularly putting up with me. Anyway, I'm going to take the car to get gas because it is running out of gas, and Michelle's gonna fill the truck up. She's driving behind me. She's gonna fill it up with diesel, and then we're gonna hit the road once and for all from Maryland. And I will be shooting video on the way down. If anything exciting happens, hopefully nothing exciting happens. I would like it to be uneventful, but I will document it. And yeah, so we're heading to our new life. It's hard to believe. It really is. It's almost surreal. Oh, and by the way, there's a hurricane that's developing down in the Caribbean, which might affect Florida, and it might affect our area in a big way where we're moving. So that's a bit of a concern. So if this video never gets out, that's why, if someone finds this lost footage. Alright guys, it is 10:45 and we are just leaving Hanover. We've got the trailer, or I've got the trailer. Michelle's behind me now in my Mazda. And yeah, we're officially on our way to Florida to be residents of Florida. Bye-bye Sam's Club in Hanover. Bye-bye Five Guys in Hanover. And goodbye Dickey's Barbecue in Hanover, and bye Longhorn Steakhouse and Olive Garden. We've enjoyed all of these restaurants while we lived in this area. Well, as fate would have it, another swift kick in the rear in Northern Virginia. We've been stuck in traffic for about 45-50 minutes. Apparently there's an accident. Traffic is backed up about 10-15 miles. It's basically rolling a little bit. It's not good. Anyway, we're not even to Fredericksburg, Virginia yet, and it's like this. And I think it's backed all the way up to Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is about 12 miles down the road. And we've been stuck in this for, like I said, 45 minutes. Anyway, that's what we're dealing with right now. Hopefully things will improve here shortly. All right, so Michelle and I have stopped for dinner. She's having breakfast for dinner, and I'm having roast beef and apples and biscuits and sweet tea. Yum. Did I say we're at Cracker Barrel? Yeah. We're at Cracker Barrel, if I did not say that. Michelle says I did say that. I need food. Alrighty, we made it through the meat grinder that is Northern Virginia. It was not a pleasant ride this time. We just crossed over into the North Carolina border. It is, what time is it? It is 5:58. We've been on the road for about 7 hours, roughly, which is not good. We're usually close to South Carolina by now. Anyway, we're just taking our time. So yeah, we had a nice, lovely dinner, although it took a while there too. Everything seems a bit slow at Cracker Barrel. I probably have showed you the food already. Anyway, yeah, I got about 130 more miles before I need to get some gas for the car. Excuse me, some diesel for the truck. So I guess I'll go probably about 70 more miles and we'll fill up both the vehicles. It says we got 9.5 hours to go, 3:34 a.m. before we would arrive in Florida. We're not doing that tonight. We're going to be stopping somewhere. So, yeah, I'll get back to you guys if anything interesting happens. Oh, one more thing I wanted to tell you guys. Diesel is crazy, stupid expensive along 95 at all the larger truck stops. $5.19 a gallon. Back in Maryland, it was $4.39 a gallon. That's what we paid to fill this truck up right before we hit the road. They're gouging people, no doubt about it. Even with our diesel discount card, it would still be, you know, upper fours probably. But that's just ridiculous. So we gotta try to find some of the local gas stations, maybe on Gas Buddy, see if we can find some cheaper gas or cheaper diesel. Gas is about the same price as it is up north. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that real quick.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
Good evening, guys. Can you see it off in the distance?
It's clear to see.
Yes, that is south of the border. We have made it to South Carolina. It is 8:56 p.m. and I think we're going to be going for about another 45 minutes to an hour, and then we're going to get a room this evening so we can get a super early start tomorrow. But that's it. Once again, not going to stop, but maybe someday. I don't know if we ever get up this way on 95 again. There it is in all of its glory. South of the border, Pedro's place. And there we are, South Carolina. Look at all that neon. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, September the 24th. And we just left our hotel, and we got about a 6.5 hour drive, but we got to make a stop probably in Georgia to get some supplies. Apparently things are getting low in Florida from what I've been reading. Low on gas, low on water, with that hurricane coming and people not knowing where it's going to strike. People are panicking down there. I never thought I'd be moving to Florida in the midst of a state of emergency down there, and to live in a camper. I just this is like kind of mind-blowing for me. Anyway, yeah, so we've got quite the drive ahead of us. Probably arrive around 4 o'clock this afternoon, and then we got to start unloading our stuff and coming up with a plan of attack for what we need to do to prepare for this thing, because there is a real possibility that this will hit very close to our new home, and it could be a major hurricane by the time it reaches the Florida shores. So that's something we definitely got to take seriously, and by the time you guys are seeing this video, all this might be over, and you might have seen other videos that I've shot of the aftermath or during or preceding the storm. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, that's where we're at today. We had a lovely breakfast at the hotel. We stayed in Florence, South Carolina. Decent night's sleep. We slept a little bit longer than I wanted to. It is now 8:13 a.m. I wanted to get out of here by 5. We've been on the road about 15 minutes now, so obviously we're a couple hours behind schedule. Trees. I love palm trees. Alright guys, we are traveling across the Savannah River, which means that we have just gone through South Carolina. There's the Savannah River. And we are now in...
Welcome to Georgia.
Yeah, thank you Google. We are in Georgia. One more state to go before we're home.
Been a long time without love. Everything reminds me of you, but everything is not enough.
Alright everyone, it's been about an hour and a half to 2 hours since I last talked on video. We're coming up on exit 1 on 95 in South Georgia. And this is where Michelle and I stayed at the KOA when we brought our camper down about a month and a half ago, and that was on video, of course. That was a very nice KOA. That was St. Mary's Road, and you can probably see the KOA from 95, maybe. There's a cell phone tower. Yeah, you can barely make it out through those trees over there. There's the KOA right there. See some campers there. Anyway, right around the corner here is the, I believe, the St. Johns River, and on the other side of that is Florida. And for us, this is an epic moment in time. We've been planning this for years, and it's finally happening. St. Mary's River, not St. Johns River, by the way. There it is. On the other side is Florida.
Welcome to Florida.
Thank you, Google. Yay, we are here. Last trip down. All right, there's the Welcome Center exit. Unfortunately, we're not going to be stopping there this trip. But if you're new to Florida, that's where you stop. You can get orange juice and grapefruit juice samples. And they have some really cool brochures there. And you can also get a sun pass if you want to take the toll roads and not pay a lot of more money than you really need to. Well guys, this is what our camper looks like this evening. We have gotten nothing done since we got here. I will explain at a later date what happened, but suffice to say, I gave my first sworn police affidavit shortly after arriving here because of something that happened, and I'm just going to leave it at that. You guys will find out at some later time. It's nothing that involves us, just something that I witnessed. But anyway, yeah, this is the mess. We got to clean it up. But we're going to do that tomorrow morning. Say hi. Good night, everybody.